Alright guys, how's it going, and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. And today I've started to build a mining station, as you can just see on the right, and made many changes to my ship. So I've added some new thrusters, and some spotlights, a second cockpit so I can now drive the other way, for no apparent reason really. I've moved the door, which as you can see has actually been moved off, so this is now the passage between the two cockpits. And yeah, there's the other thrusters that I've added in, and it's all good. So just go up to this one, and I've also got an ore detector on the front, which allows me to see ore, obviously. So I'm going to start building the station today. As you can tell, I've got a lot of the required ingot and ore and all that kind of good stuff. So if I just fly along, I did actually start a station before. I thought I'd cut that out, as it is just putting a few building blocks down, and I've also put a gravity generator down. So the next thing is going to be to build some power stations. I've actually just built over this kind of hole in the asteroid there, so I can just go straight down to mine. So that's how you do it, click new station. And yeah, as you can tell, this has got no power, and that's the amount that it requires. So it's time to build a reactor. I think I'm going to build a small cargo container first though, just so I can transfer stuff over. So I have actually changed the volume on what my character can carry. I didn't realise I was playing on kind of ultra realistic, so decided to put it on maybe ×3 I think, and just going to make some interior plates. Clicking that arrow in the top right actually puts it on infinite, just in case anyone new. So yeah, it saves me a lot of clicking, and probably won't get arthritis off it later on. So I'm just going to transfer all this gear over and start building away. I'm just going to go and place this small cargo container on the ground, just placing it and rotating it. So I've never actually built a space station before, and the yellow ship that you see on my left is actually my first ship that I've ever built. So don't take this as a tutorial, because this could be drastically wrong, but the learning curve's good, I suppose, and all that shit. So I just need to go and get the materials for this, and then see what we can add from there onwards. I've managed to finish building the small cargo container, and I'm just transferring some stuff over into it now before I build an assembler, which is going to allow me to convert my ingot and stuff like that into actual stuff, as on my big yellow crappy ship. So don't know where I can actually place this for it to be connected. As I said, this is my first time doing this, so maybe there. I might actually have to put a conveyor tube or something like that to connect them, because if you look at the yellow ship, I think I'm going to put it there actually. That's how it's actually connected, through conveyor tubes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe I think I will place it on top. I don't know if it goes to the side. Yeah, I'll put it there and just start building away. Yeah, there I think. Yeah. Right, let's start building. As you can see, I've managed to finish the refinery, or assembler, or whatever the hell it is. I think that's the assembler, and I've put this conveyor in, or at least the kind of blueprints, and some tubing as well, with the tube corner up top, so that's going to connect them both, I think. Although, is that connected to... I'm not too sure. I'm just going to have to see how this works out. There could have to be some adjustments later on, but these just seem to be stacked, and I'm not too sure if there's any tubes on the other side, but just kind of building some construction components at the moment. Hopefully I'll be able to do this on the space station at some stage. I do need to build a reactor next as well, and then connect them all together. I think I could be just wasting, you know, precious materials here, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's just go over and just start kind of welding this together. The conveyor system's now done, and it's got a lot of red lights on it, which means I think it's got no power. I think yellow means it's working, so I need to build a reactor, I think, wherever the hell that is. Probably just a small reactor, so if I drag that onto my toolbar, And I'm just going to chuck that there. I think that automatically connects with that conveyor if it's there. Not entirely sure. Right, I need some steel plates. Just swan over here and get some of them. Chuck some of them in. And chuck that bulletproof glass back. So I needed a shit ton of that for the tubing. So I think that's connected. Alright. I don't actually need that facing me, so because I can actually, providing it's connected properly, I can access it from elsewhere. And I definitely know it's facing the conveyor then, so just build this and just see if this gives us any type of power whatsoever. I've managed to finish building the reactor, so I've split some of the excess uranium ore, refined uranium. Shit, I actually need to get some energy, so I'm just going to use this medical terminal. So I've split some from the ship, and I'm going to put that over, and hopefully that gives us some power. And if it doesn't, I'm kind of screwed, and it's just a big kind of shitty metal thing in the sky. So let's just rock over there. Right, so I'll need to access this from that panel over here, I think. Ideally it will be, it's going to be inventory, I think. So reactors on, conveyor system on. Alright, so scroll down. Right, there we go, small reactor. So hopefully, hey, magical, we have liftoff or power or whatever. So yeah, got some gravity and shit, got some power and shit, so that's awesome. So I now need to keep building on and just add a kind of docking port for my big ship, I think. I'm actually now just building these stations slightly bigger lengthways, and I'm actually going to add a kind of longer point. It's quite hard to explain, where I'm going to put the landing gear to magnetise the ship towards. So basically, as at this point, I need to move my ship, and then that's going to move outwards so I don't crash into everything, because I'm a really shit pilot and stuff like that. So I just need to try and add a bit more to this, and it's going quite well. It seems to be working, which is something I didn't really expect. I'm not too sure if I can put one there. I might have to drill through this, but yeah, I'm going to have to drill through there, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm just going to keep rendering this, and then I'll pop back when this is done, because it's extremely time consuming just filling in panels. And no one wants to watch that, really, do they? Managed to finish building a lot of the good stuff, and one of them is this part. So this is now connected through some landing gear. I could have put that on the side of my ship, but I didn't. I've also put a connector, so if I can actually put the tubing in and stuff, I think I can transfer directly to the other assemblers and reactors from my ship, but I'll have to do that at a later date. So this is now also locked, so if I fly in, as you can tell, I can't actually get away, so I could completely turn the power off on this and it would be safe. I think, I hope, locked. So I'm actually going to try and turn the power off and see if that works. Even though, I don't know if I can remember how to do it. I think it's just a key, I really can't remember. So turn the dampeners off, turn the lights off, be energy efficient and all that kind of stuff. There we go. Nah, I can't remember. So anyway, I'm going to actually build a refinery at the moment, which I think is going to be a huge building, or huge kind of plant thing. So let's just find it on here. And again, it's probably going to be a lot of tubing and stuff like that, and a bit of hard graft. But I suppose it's worth it. There we go, refinery. Still getting used to these menus, you know. Right, where should I put this? Obviously not on its side like that. Fucking hell, it is huge. Right, can't really put it there. Let's put it to the right here, I think. Oh shit. So yeah, I think we'll place that there, and then I think I could tube it across on the top. I'm not entirely sure, so it's going to take a while, and then I'm going to try and work out the tubing. Everything's now all connected properly. It took me about half an hour to actually work out the jigsaw puzzle that it was. As you can see, all that's kind of sorted up there, and at the back and bottom down there, so could be slightly over the top. I don't know if all that is actually necessary, but it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to build now is a control panel thing, a control station. So that's going to allow me to recharge my energy, and I'm going to be able to monitor the fuel that's left on the ship as well, the amount of uranium and stuff like that. So I just need some interior plates for this, so I'm just going to pop them on infinite production for the time being, just hammer some of them out, and hopefully I can go on from here and keep expanding this, and then maybe even make another ship at some stage, a smaller one for kind of gliding around, because the other one's quite a big clunky piece of shit really. It works, you know, but it's just not very efficient because it's so heavy. I had to put so many thrusters on it, and it uses quite a bit of power quite quickly as well, so I'm just gonna have to go from there and just see how this pans out. My control station's now finished, which is all decent, and the station's starting to look pretty good, so I'm just going to recharge my energy on here. And as you can see on the right, it's got the fuel time for the ship, which is 22 hours. It's got no thrusters, no gyroscopes, anything like that, but that's fine. I'm not planning to actually fly this thing. It'd be strange to actually fly it, so I can barely fly a medium-sized ship, so I'm not even going to bother trying this, especially with the kind of hard but really inefficient work that I've put on onto it. So next thing I'm going to build is actually a missile turret, so I'm just going to get some more stuff from the ship. Just finishing off the missile turret now, which is the last thing that I'm actually going to build today. Just a bit of defence in case anything flies past, and I don't know, maybe a convoy or whatnot. I'm not too sure what can actually fly past, as I haven't been up in space that long. So I think you can just set this to basically shoot absolutely anything. So target missiles, its radius and all that kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to recharge my energy. And yeah, it doesn't seem to have affected the fuel time, so I'm not too sure how that works, but this is the station, looks alright. There's the tracking thing up there. So I think next time I'm going to build a second ship, a lot smaller, just for razzing around and investigating, and possibly get armed up as well. So thanks for watching guys, and I will see you soon.